I guess that's a little too high, huh? Guys can't really see anything. Let's see. So I gotta use this dock, maybe? Maybe I should just hold it then. Maybe I could hold it? I don't want to hold it the whole time, though. That would suck. Let's see. It's pretty smooth, though. Yeah, I guess I definitely need like another suction cup or something. Alright, let's get onto the highway and then I'll throw it in autopilot and try and figure this out. Let's see if I do this. Tighten it up a little bit here like that. I don't know, I guess the best way to just be to put it using this dock and then let's see, and then just slide it like this. Shaky, but that's the job, I guess. Alright guys, we're live. Welcome. If you are watching this live stream, we are autopiloting, doing this a little bit different because I don't have my camera that I can use today, but we're basically autopiloting full autopilot from downtown LA down to Irvine. It's like a 40-minute drive all the way down. I don't know if you can even hear me. Footage might be a little bit shaky. I want to see what this looks like. Oh, there we go. Footage is really shaky. Damn, yeah, it's just shaky the whole entire time. Hopefully the footage isn't too bad. Looks like it kind of is. I'm using a Samsung Galaxy Note S20 to kind of stream this right now. I'm in full autopilot. It's not the camera view that I wish I could have. I really wish it was kind of more situated where you can see the steering wheel and a little bit of the nav. But the suction cup that I got isn't the correct mounting spot. So we're getting onto the 5 highway now. It's in full autopilot. Looks like there's a couple cars up there. If you just joined, thank you for joining. It's a 45-minute drive down from downtown LA. We're going to be in full autopilot the whole time. We're actually going about 60 miles per hour right now, and I'm going to raise that to about 70 miles an hour. I guess for streaming, I wonder what would be the best mounts. Just wish that this one was a better mount than before. I guess like my face would be the best. Then you can see, then you can see, then you can see what I'm saying. Then you could see what I'm seeing. Well, the 5 right now, we're going to auto lane change into the left lane. We're going 57 miles an hour. There is a van in that lane, so let's see how. Okay, autopilot just saw it right away and just went ahead and took it. Lane changes to the left again. There's a car in front of us. The car's behind us, but it's pretty empty lane, so I was easily able to smoothly get into the left lane. That car in front of us right there on the right wanted to come in, but the last minute decided not to. No, another Taycan. Nice. Supposedly the Taycans have not been doing well in terms of reliability and maintenance. The camera just shakes a ton. Let's see if I can change this camera angle. See if I can make it better. Oh shit. Oh, what the heck? Yes, this is California. I can read that. That's actually kind of funny. Gotta adjust this. It's California. I'm going down the I-5. Down to Irvine from downtown LA. Doesn't really seem to be too much traffic today, which is pretty nice. So it's a pretty smooth day for autopilot. I'm going to go ahead and turn on my windshield washers. Yeah, it seems to be a little bit smoother on this side than the dock on the right side. Definitely jittering a lot more on the right side, even though this side isn't necessarily straight. Unless I angle it this way, but then the screen's going to be all crooked. Got a little bit close there. I'll rotate it up so you guys see more of the sky and the dash. Definitely California roads are not the smoothest, so it's really bumpy. I guess the good thing about this mount in front of me is I can read the chat if I really want to. It's kind of like reading a GPS. It's kind of like reading GPS navigation, right? So I'm not holding the phone by any means, but I could read messages that come across the chat. There's a Tesla on the left side. We're just heading straight into the bright sun right here. going 61 miles an hour on a cruise control speed of 65. Not too much traffic, going pretty fast. There are cars on the road, so we might hit a little bit of traffic coming up. Tesla decided to come into our lane, and it looks like it should have gone through. Probably going to auto lane change into the left lane pretty soon. There is a car in that lane, it's passing us. So let's go ahead and auto lane change into that lane. Okay, Tesla did a pump fake there. It decided it was going to go in the lane, and then at the last minute canceled when there's really no cars in that lane. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit auto lane change again. And now it is in that lane. We're about 69 miles an hour now on a cruise control setting of 70. About 30 more minutes to our destination in Irvine. We're going from downtown LA down to Irvine. And it's about 30 more miles and 31 more minutes. Alright, so Tesla's doing that thing where I do have to kick out of the autopilot because it won't accept the nag timer, or it won't accept the scroll wheel for my nag timer. Just took it out of autopilot. I'm going to throw it back in again. The footage seems kind of jittery to me. Is it jittery for you guys? I guess I'll look at it when I play it back later. Let's see if I can take a look at some of the settings here. Save highlight. Oh, I can put a filter on this? That's actually kind of funny. It's actually kind of funny. On YouTube, you can put a filter on your stream, which is actually kind of hilarious. A little bit of braking from Tesla Autopilot because that car in front of us braked a little bit. We're heading into our first construction zone that I highlight in a lot of my autopilot videos. It doesn't really have too many variables in it, just a concrete wall that comes up from the left side. If you're watching, please comment on the quality of this. I'd love to see what you guys think, if it's smooth enough or not. Alright, Tesla Autopilot shifting to the left, right a little bit. There is a car behind me. It's kind of on my ass, so I'm going to increase speed a little bit to 90 miles an hour so we can close this gap in front of us. If you just joined, we're going from downtown LA down to Irvine. We have another 30 miles to go, or actually 27 miles to go for 28 minutes. We're going to be in full autopilot this whole time. I do have the full self-driving package as well, but I don't have the new full self-driving Elon's beta release update that came out, I think, in November. I don't have the crazy UI, but I still have the newest, latest update for autopilot. In terms of what version this is 2020.48.35.5. Just updated like the other day, so it is, I think it's the latest version. About 53% of the battery. In terms of the conditions, it is pretty cold out. It's 56 degrees. Cold for California at least, maybe not for other parts of the country. Clear skies, a little bit of clouds, but pretty bright. The camera's doing a pretty good job of isolating the sun, but it's very bright and the sun is pointing directly at us, so I'm surprised autopilot hasn't necessarily glitched just yet. Pretty smooth open area of highway right here. think this angle from my right probably be better. An angle pointing at the steering wheel above my shoulder, like how I do in my autopilot. Okay, so autopilot kind of did a weird thing there. It kind of shifted, it jiggled back between left and right on the lanes there. That was really interesting. I'm going to reduce cruise control speed down to 85. We're at 53% of the battery right now, and should arrive with 43% of the battery, which is actually pretty low, especially for cold conditions. So driving back from Irvine to downtown LA, I bet I will get pretty close to running really low on the battery, like 20 or under 20%. So that's going to be very interesting on the drive back. More suction comes. Whoa. Okay. Autopilot just glitched out a little bit there. It didn't like something about that though for some reason. Thank you to my one viewer that's been watching this whole time. I guess you find it pretty interesting for a live stream. We're about to head into the second construction area zone. This one is definitely a little bit more gnarly because there's line pavements or pavements kind of going everywhere. So this is it right here. You can see the line markings going to the right. It seems to be doing pretty well. Okay, so shifting back and forth now, a little bit confused. And yeah, it's doing pretty well. It's staying in the lane, it's following this car in front of us. I think it even avoided that pothole right there. But no glitches whatsoever. I can see on the UI that it's really detecting these concrete barriers by the yellow marking. Right here, the lanes are going to the right. We're in the construction area right now. Still, we're about to exit it. Cruise control setting is at 85 miles per hour. We're going a little bit slower than that. Okay, Tesla's doing pretty well. It actually did this construction area very well today. No glitches at all, even with the bright sun facing directly into it. Now it's an open stretch of highway, so it's going to accelerate now. We're about 77 miles an hour. It's increasing to 80 miles an hour, and now 85 miles an hour. Once again to the left lane, but that's an HOV lane, so I'm not necessarily going to get into it. Oh, what's up, Jeremy? What's up, Way? Welcome to my stream. My shaky stream. That's exactly what I'm doing. I am driving to work. Thanks for joining the stream. Hopefully, how's the quality? I've been trying to ask that for people, but they never really given me an answer. I think it looks choppy on my end, but I can't really tell. We're going about 85 miles an hour. There's really no traffic whatsoever here. Okay, so it's very shaky and it's choppy. Darn. So this is, yeah, I'm using the Samsung Note S20. And that's probably why it's really shaky. So even though I'm on 5G and everything, so I should have like really good control. I think my favorite thing about the Tesla Speedy Hub is the autopilot system, because I can basically throw it on autopilot, drive to work like I'm doing right now, and it's a 45-minute drive, and I don't have to really worry about anything, except maybe every minute or 2 minutes, just scroll the knob wheel on my steering wheel to let it know that I'm still here. Yeah, but then if I use a GoPro, I have to like figure out how I'm gonna attach a GoPro into a cell phone, and then, yeah. We do have a stabilizer that I could try and mount, I could hold. Yeah, because I do have a little bit of braking there. I guess Tesla freaked out that this truck was getting into our lane, so we reduced speed down to like 73 miles an hour. But now we're just kind of pacing it, this truck to the right. Yeah, but then, I guess I could hold the stabilizer a little bit in like my center console. Maybe I'll try that next week. Yeah, Tesla's really cool. It's a really good daily driver. So if you could get one, if you can afford one without putting really strain on your financials, then it's definitely worth it, especially if you drive a lot. And when I mean drive a lot, like over 15,000 miles a year. Because that's really where you're going to see the savings of the financial savings and like, I guess like the mental savings, quote unquote. Yeah, so I'll try a stabilizer next week. Yeah, thanks for the feedback, Brett. When are you going to install your wheels? You're gonna wait 2 months? That's a long time to install your wheels. They're gonna get dusty. Well, I guess it's winter, so you don't want to get them any salt on them. Man, so we've been driving for 20 minutes now, 22 minutes. We have another 19 minutes to go down to Irvine. Oh, that's right, Springs first. Oh, what's up, Hoffman? So yeah, so the feedback's on. Chris, the feedbacks on this stream is it's very shaky. I'm using a Samsung Note S20. I need to use a stabilizer. It's really mounted on my screen right now, just like how you have your phone mount. But which is weird. I do have 5G as well. So well, actually, wait, it looks like it timed out on my end. If you're gonna ask your parents for a Tesla, you should tell them you don't have to pay for gas. You don't have to pay for maintenance besides like tires. It's the safest car in the world, or it's the safest car in the US, or one of the safest. And you'll keep it for 10 years, which would then make it cheaper than any car. Tell your parents that, then maybe they'll get you a Tesla, hopefully. And just say you're scared of driving, and the autopilot will help you with your anxiety. Alright, autopilot wants to get in the the right lane, so I'm going to do the auto lane change. And pretty smoothly. We're going about 77 miles an hour right now. We still have another 17 minutes to get to our destination, or 17 minutes stream. We're going from downtown LA. If you're new here, we're going from downtown LA today down to Irvine, which is about a 45-minute drive with no traffic. How's the audio on the stream, guys? Can you guys hear me pretty well, or is it you hear a lot of car noise? Really interesting thing with, okay, so now Tesla wants to get to the left lane now using navigating autopilot, but there's a car in that lane, so I'm going to wait until Alexa. So, okay, so now I just trigger the auto lane change and we're good to go. Okay, so car noise and growling noise. Perfect. Alright, so hopefully when I get the dock where it's a little bit situated above my shoulder, then it'll probably be better. I think it'll be better view, just like my other autopilot videos. Yep, I am in a Tesla Model 3. Sorry you couldn't tell from the mount. Okay, so Tesla's just braking right now, even though there's really no cars in front of us. It wants to get into the right lane for some reason. Even though, if you remember, we just went from the left lane to the right lane to the left lane, so now we're just back into the lane that it just wanted us to get out of. Yeah, Tesla Model 3, I typically have the camera mounted on the moonroof so you can see the steering wheel and the screen, but I didn't really plan properly. This was kind of an impromptu thing that I decided I was going to live stream on my drive today instead of record it like I usually do. So I put the mount in front right there. I could hold it, since we're only in 15 more minutes, I could hold it, but then it probably would be more shaky. My first reaction when I first drove a Tesla, well, I went to go test drive a Tesla Model 3 Performance before I got this car. I went to Newport, California, the dealer there, the Tesla dealer there. When I first drove it, I thought it was very quiet, very empty, very kind of bare. And I almost, if I were to be honest with it myself, I did double think. I was like, do I really want a Tesla Model 3? Because it's so foreign than what I usually have driven before. I've driven a lot of, I used to work for BMW, so I've driven a lot of BMWs, a lot of M cars, and quote-unquote performance cars. So the Tesla Model 3 was very quiet, bare, and foreign to me. It's lacking a little bit in terms of that performance aspect. But as you can tell, I went through it and I did purchase the Tesla Model 3 Performance in the end, and that's what I've been driving. And actually, the one thing I really like about it is the autopilot system, because I can just sit back, relax, chat with you guys, and stream my drive while I drive 45 minutes and 45 miles actually. Alright, so we've been streaming for 27 minutes and we've been driving for that long as well. We do have another 13 minutes, give or take, down to Irvine. I'm going to take this phone off of this mount and try a different mount. Hopefully I don't screw this up, or I don't have another mount, but I'm just going to put it on my dock right here. And so you can see what I was working with. Hopefully this won't be as shaky as well. No, it's definitely as shaky, if not shakier. So I'm going to remove this. This is the mount that, okay, so yeah, so I do have a stabilizer, a DJI one, so maybe I'll kind of hold that, because I have a tripod with it as well, so I'll hold that in the middle, keep it stabilized, and attach the phone to it. But it's still, yeah, it's definitely still shaky. I can see that my hand is still shaking. Because, yeah, Speed, there's actually another Tesla owner in this chat, so if you want to ask any other questions, Shingley also owns a Tesla Model 3 Performance. And I was going to ask Shingley or Chris, I think the Tesla Model 3 suspension is horrendous. That's probably because I'm just getting older, and also because the Los Angeles roads are pretty bad as well. But Chris, what do you think about the Tesla Model 3 suspension when you drive? Does it it doesn't necessarily hurt my back or anything like that, but it's definitely bouncy and jarring. That's right, you do like stiffer suspensions, yeah. Maybe I'm just getting old then. I just want that more premium SUV feel. The bounciness. So yeah, this view is definitely more better because you can see more. Yeah, I agree. The Tesla Model 3 definitely has a lot of roll. And I guess swingers would help with that, since it doesn't really feel as planted, even though it feels heavy, but it doesn't feel planted. Yes, Speedy, range anxiety is 100% a thing, so I wouldn't get the standard range Model 3 unless you live in a city, metropolitan area, and you don't really do a lot of road trips. The standard range, yeah, it doesn't necessarily have too much range, because even though it says it's 220 or 240 miles an hour of range, you really only use 90% of that, because you're not supposed to charge to 100% all the time. So you'd really just take 90% of 240, and that's what you can actually use for range. So I'd 100% get the long range. If I were to do it again, I actually wouldn't get a Model 3 Performance. I would just get the long range Model 3 instead. The good thing with Tesla, there's a lot of supercharger networks everywhere. If you do a drive, you're pretty much covered, no matter what. On your channel, that seems like a lot of people, but I guess maybe that's not a lot of people with the amount of sales that Tesla did last year. I think they hit like what, 500,000 in a quarter or a year? I can't remember anymore. Yeah, Speedy Hub. Instead of actually buying a Tesla, you should actually just invest in Tesla. That's what everybody says. That's what, there's a lot of videos that people are like, you know, if I took the money that I spent on my Tesla and invested in stocks instead, then, you know, there's a lot of FOMO there in terms of the gain, but yeah. Jordan W, welcome to the chat. Yes, there was actually a rumor, and I think my friend confirmed that the $7,500 tax credit did come back. And Chris, you can probably confirm this as well. Were you eligible, or are you eligible to get that $7,500 because you bought a Tesla last year? If that's so, that's really substantial, and that, congrats to you. That's a good chunk of money that you did miss out, but now you're getting, which is like pretty awesome. And now it actually really wants me to sell my car, possibly get another one, just so I could take advantage of that. Yeah, I think there was a rumor or an article today in which that was confirmed, that it's either coming out and it might be retroactive or maybe not, but yeah. The form said something like, we're out of budget, but you'll get it back if it opens up. But is that for the Maryland one or the federal tax one? Because the federal tax one is Biden's decision. So this is what I'm talking about, which is super annoying. So you see how it's flashing right here? That's the nag timer, in which typically I could hit this scroll wheel and then appease it, but see, now it's flashing more. So what I actually have to do is I have to hit it out of autopilot and then throw it back in autopilot, which is super annoying. And Tesla just recently made that update in which like every like 5th time that nag timer comes back on, I have to do that, which sucks. Yeah, the 3500 one or the 2001 is the Maryland one, which you should apply anyway and submit it, because then you get you get added to that wait list so that your application's in there, so that when it opens up you get the money. But the $7,500 federal tax credit one, that's a different one, which Biden is making a decision, and there's a rumor that he's going to bring it back for Tesla, because it's already for other manufacturers. But if they bring it back for Tesla, that would be amazing. But I don't know if it would be retroactive for yours, Chris, because that wouldn't make sense, but that would still be a huge opportunity. What's up, man? Welcome to the stream. You're our 5th viewer. What's up, Frank Drebin? I think that's Jordan. I can't remember, or maybe Blaze. Welcome to the stream. You actually, guys, I have 7 more minutes, but you can see this auto lane change happening in real time. I just hit it. The lane to our right is actually empty again, so I'm going to hit auto lane change again. Pretty smoothly. There's no cars to get in our way. Okay, so now there's a truck, and there's a truck right there. Sorry, I just hit my own dock. So let's see how autopilot handles this auto lane change. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit it. There's a truck to the right there, so it's probably going to freak out a little bit. But no, actually, it's doing it pretty well. It's cut off the truck, and we're in the lane. Oh, okay, a little bit of bumping there. All right, so we're nearing our destination now. We're probably gonna finish this end of the stream pretty quickly. I will stream again probably in 5 or 6 hours on my way back to downtown LA from Los Angeles. I cannot change the horn sound on my version. Yeah, not the horn sound. It's the pedestrian warning system, PWS, in which if you're driving under like 10 miles an hour, the Tesla Model 3 makes like a weird noise. You can change that sound, but I actually don't have that speaker on my car because I took delivery in 2019. Ooh, there was a cop over there. Ooh, and I was holding the phone this time. I changed my, I purchased my car in 2019, and late 2019 or 2020 models have that pedestrian warning sound system. All right, guys, so this is where I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. Thanks for watching. Please hit that like if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in about 5 hours when I do this again for another drive back to downtown Los Angeles. And I'm definitely going to run into traffic, because evening rush hour traffic always has, or traffic from in Los Angeles. So, oh, I can get it retrofitted? Oh, sweet. Should I? Well, then I don't know if I want that sound now. I want the sound, but I don't want the sound. It's kind of like a party trick. But I'll see you guys in 5 hours when I do this again. Thanks for watching, and catch you later. Oh, please hit that subscribe and like. Bye. Ah, shit! Almost died.